A Navy veteran served our country, and now he says he's in the service of great beer. Ron Gamble is the president, founder, and brewmaster of Veterans United Craft Brewery. Welcome back to First Coast Living.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of course, and first of all, thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
You were in the Navy for a while and the reserves.
That is correct, yep.
And an aviator.
I was a naval flight officer flying S-3 Vikings right out of Cecil Field here.
So I have to ask first question then. Why beer after the Navy? How did this all come to be?
Okay, so my wife bought me a homebrew kit many years ago, and from there it just kind of took off as a passion. And then right around 2007, I decided to leave what I was doing and become a professional brewer. I went to brewing school in Chicago and finished my studies over in Germany.
That is so neat. I bet that was so cool. So you have Veterans United Brewery here. How did you come up with the name?
So over the years, I've met many veterans and worked with them, and a lot of us had that passion for really good beer, craft beer. So the idea was that it was veterans coming together, hence United, and sharing our passion for beer, and as well as our passion for our service to country. And I wanted to raise awareness to our veterans and active duty military.
And you do that a lot with your individual releases too. So tell us what we have here.
So I've got 3 different beers. I've got our Scout Dog 44, which is a German style amber, and that's this one right here. That's year round, and we've just recently partnered with Canines for Warriors with that beer.
And what's really cool too is you have QR codes on the back too.
We do.
To help donate, make it really easy for people.
So that is really a very popular beer. You can get that at Publix and Winn-Dixie, Total Wine, many places. Then we do a series of limited releases, and the one that's just coming out in the next few weeks is our Watchstander Hazy IPA. And that is, we partnered with the Fire Watch to help combat veteran suicide here in the state of Florida.
So important.
It is.
That also has a QR code too. Amazing. I love that.
And that goes to their Watchstander program, and folks get trained up to recognize signs of if veterans are in trouble and not doing well.
Unfortunately, it's all too common. So I love that you're trying to help out.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the other one you have
And the last one is the POW, stands for Prisoner of War, Missing in Action, POW MIA IPA, which we're working with the National Museum and Memorial out at Cecil Field.
Yeah.
So,
and you were telling me a really cool fact that I didn't know, and maybe some other viewers don't know, who created the flag for POW.
Yeah, that was done locally here, and so there's some real ties here to Jacksonville, and that's that national POW flag, MIA flag, that's flown around the world.
Yeah, so. Seems like too a lot of symbolism with what you do as well, you know, wanting to give back, but also to remind people, and that includes also your logo. So tell us some of the symbolism there. Yeah,
so well, the name of the company is Veterans United Craft Brewery. It's veterans uniting together to share our passion for craft beer and our service. As you notice, it kind of is in a patch kind of shape. All the military services have patches. There's the wings that are in the background there. I used to fly for the Navy, and many of my partners have flown. And it's not just Navy, it's Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines, Army.
United.
And all united, exactly. And up front is a beer glass, and that star on there is a nautical star. And so for sailors, it's the guiding light. So for us, we look at it as never forget what goes in the beer. It's not necessarily the glass or anything else, but it's what goes in. And then just to speak about the glass, it's a British style pint glass to tell us, hey, beer really is an international beverage. It's not just in one part of the world or the other. So
yeah, so since you mentioned glass, this isn't the traditional pint glass, but I'm gonna go ahead and, of course, make a mess. And I'm probably not pouring correctly. However, I want to try this. So this is an amber. So tell me about this one. What notes? I don't really know.
Yeah, so this is actually a German-style amber ale, also known as an alt beer. So it is an ale, but is fermented at colder temperatures to give it lager-like characteristics.
I can smell it.
So
it smells really good.
Got some nice caramel, light chocolate notes in there. It's very clean flavored. It's not sweet. It's just it cleanses your palate after you drink it. It's great to have with barbecue, ribs, hamburgers. It's really a great all-around beer.
Yeah, I totally butchered the pour. I swear I can pour beer, so I might have to try this later. And just to let everyone know, you started this brewery in 2013, and you are now, and maybe this wasn't just now, it's been this way for a while, the third largest brewery in Jacksonville area?
We are, from a production standpoint.
How cool is that? Amazing. So tell everyone where you're located if they want to stop by.
Yeah, we're located on the south side of town, just south of Bay Meadows. We're in an industrial area, but we have a really beautiful tap room.
Oh, we're showing some of that right now.
It's got a lot of memorabilia on the walls that the Blue Angels have donated a flight suit. So there's some really neat artwork. Squadrons and ships have come by, and they've left photos, signed it to us, and it really is a neat place to go.
Well, I can't wait to check it out. Thank you so much for joining us today, telling us about it, and thank you for your service and the great work you're still doing.
Oh, definitely.
And
thank you.
Of course, you're so welcome, and cheers. I might try this a little later, though. And if you'd like to see this interview again, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.